Hi guys. I was wondering what I could do a video on, and I thought and thought, and it always usually eventually comes to me, and I have a list, one of my famous lists. I was watching someone who did a video about what she no longer buys and what she has done away with recently. That's not what this is. I kind of tweaked it a little bit to what our generation, my generation being over 65, never thinks about. And whether it's right or wrong, it's just the way we were brought up. We thought about different things. We were raised differently than the current generation. And so I just wanted to talk about some of those things. So normally we don't think about plastic waste. It gets into your head after, so much and so many times, like, oh, look at all the box waste, look at all the plastic around that product. I mean, it does get into your head, but as a general rule, my generation, we never thought about that. And I'm willing to say we still don't think about plastic waste. And that's not to say that we shouldn't, but it's just a fact that most of us probably don't think about the waste that's going into the landfills and so forth. So that's something I feel like is relatively new that has been brought to light and to the attention of the masses. And it's a good thing. But I'm just saying, we weren't raised that way. We don't really think about it. The second thing that we don't really think about is global warming. Again, it has been brought to the attention of the masses, and it may or may not be a good thing. My humble opinion is that the climate has changed on this planet multiple times. If you are into history at all and you can go back and research, there have been climate changes and global warming and global freezes many times. The planet has withstood it. It happens. It's the way it should be. And I think that my generation, the boomers, Gen X, because I think, that there needs to be something between boomers and Gen X, which is the mid to late 1950s generation, like I am. 1956 was my year that I was born. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. To an extent, we grew up in an age where things happen, we accept it, we deal with it, and we move on. And whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but it can't be all wrong to feel that way, because there are certain things that we need to accept that are going to happen, like in the planet, the weather, the system, the global warming. Can we change it? Maybe. Is it too late? I don't know. But my generation just doesn't really give it a lot of thought, I don't think, in my opinion. Food delivery services. I don't think that my generation really thinks about food delivery services beyond Papa John's pizza delivery. The food delivery service has, it's grown. It's struggling because of gas prices, and everything's gone up. But there's a generation who I think really relies on food delivery services. DoorDash, I can't think of any of the other ones, But pizza was about the only thing that we ever got excited about being delivered to the door. And as far as having anything else delivered, like a full meal from a restaurant delivered to my front door, I just don't think that my generation really, that's the first thing that pops into our head when we think, what's for dinner? So there's that. I don't believe that our generation thinks about subscribing to monthly cosmetic boxes. And again, I'm almost 67, so I can't remember the name of these places. But you know what I'm talking about. You pay a certain amount of money monthly. They send you a surprise box full of 4 or 5 things that supposedly is worth way more than what you have paid, so that you can try them out and, play with them. If I was 20 and they had that when I was that young and just getting into makeup and, trying to, play around and see, what was best and what was worst, I would have loved it. But now I don't. If I need something, I'm just going to go to Walmart or CVS or Walgreens and get what I need. I need, a new mascara or something. I don't think that my generation is going to really get excited to try new products and do all that. So I don't think we think a lot about that either. Decor for every season. Now, let me explain, because I know that I have decorated for a few seasons. But let me explain. My mom's generation, she decorated for Christmas. And after Christmas came down, we went back to just normal, regular stuff. Nothing fancy. 4th of July, she might hang up a flag. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to decorate for every season. Now, if you want to, that's fine. That's cool. I did put some yellow in my kitchen and did some lemons for, the spring and summer. Nothing much like, some of these women I've seen on YouTube, that every room, even the guest bathroom, has to be decorated for said season. And I kind of have to admit, I fell into a little bit of that, because I thought, oh, how fun to go to Hobby Lobby, and when things are on sale, pick up for every season and do every season the kitchen decor, the tier trays, the everything. And I did fall into that, and I'm guilty of that, and I will admit it to you now. But I will also say that from here on, whether or not I'm a hit on YouTube, I don't care, that's going to stop. I'm not going to buy new things for spring and summer next year. I'll still use this lemon theme that I have, because it adds a little color. My mom used to decorate a little bit for Thanksgiving, because we usually had people over, but nothing major. Just maybe a flower spray or something on the center of the table, bring out the good silverware, that kind of thing. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to get sucked into that anymore. It's a waste of money. No one cares. And as far as Christmas goes, if you've been here a while, you know that my family is splintered, and as far as putting up a tree and the lights and the decor and every room and all the yada, 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 I'm not doing it anymore. I'm too tired. No one comes over for Christmas. We don't host. So it is what it is. I may have a little tiny table Christmas tree and decorate that and put his gifts underneath that, and that'll be it. We don't have little ones that come over. I mean, I have to admit, I was getting sucked into the whole, fantastic family, everybody loves everybody, and we have to decorate every room for every season. And I came to my senses. So I'm not being judgmental. I'm just telling you, I did finally reach a point where, that money could be spent on gas or food. So I'm fessing up to you guys. You won't see that on my channel, decorating a whole lot. I mean, I like to decorate a little bit, and I still will, but it's not going to be, anything fabulous. I may not even put up a tree at Christmas, like I said. So, the last thing that I believe our generation doesn't think about is changing out comforters and bedspreads, like my mother used to call them. My mother and grandmothers had a bedspread for ever, until it was threadbare and worn out, or it just wouldn't get clean anymore, and then they would switch it out. Again, I don't think that my generation thinks about doing that so much, like changing it for every season, switching it out, because so here's my thing. I'm not going to switch out my bedding because I'm tired of it, or because it's a change of season 4 times a year. But I will change it out for spring, or summer, spring, summer, fall, winter. We need a heavier bedspread in the fall and winter, something heavier and cozier than we do in the spring and summer. So that I will do. My mother and grandmothers didn't even do that. I remember my sister-in-law, she started changing out her comforter in her master bedroom. I mean, we would go over there once every 2-3 months, and it was a different comforter. And I was like, it boggled my mind. I was like, what are you doing? I mean, the other one was fine, perfectly fine. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it twice a year, summer, winter. I did order my winter comforter, which is why I'm fessing up to you guys at this point, because there is going to be one coming, and in the, early fall or whatever, I need to redo that room. I need to make it a little, I don't know. I like my bedroom to be a little darker. I'm thinking taupe, black with white. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not going to get a new comforter 4 times a year. So those are just 7 things. Yeah, 7 things that I came up with in my little pea brain that, when we were raised, we didn't have any concept of changing out bedspreads 4 times a year or putting up decorations for every single holiday. St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, I mean, it seriously, stop the madness. I heard, I haven't been in Hobby Lobby for a while, but I heard that, you know, the fall stuff has been out for quite some time, and the Christmas stuff is coming out, and we haven't even had the 4th of July yet. I mean, stop, just stop. Let's go back to a simpler time. Let's go back to a time when neutrals were, you know, all the rage. You know, we didn't have a lot of stuff when I was growing up as far as decorations went. And I don't know, I kind of miss that. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't even be thinking along these lines. So anyway, everybody can do what they want. You know, it's just my 2 cents worth, in my opinion. So that is all I have for you today. And thank you for watching. It was a little bit longer one today because I'm blah, blah, blah. But it's time for me to go get my pajamas on. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.